So we're here at the Toronto Bicycle Show. On the second day of the show, we've caught up with Curt Harnett of track fame and Canadian cycling. And Curt, how's the show going for you?
Well, it's awesome. It's, you know what, it's absolutely fabulous to see so many people on the floor here. Here looking around, shopping for bikes. You know, we've said it time and time again, the sport's on the upswing, and it's very evident here on the floor. Of course, here in my SpiderTech C10 garb, everybody's really interested in what's going on with the team. I'm actually pretty excited to see so many fans on the floor here today.
Very good. So you're here at the show for a couple of reasons. One of them was you were just at the Gears booth doing some Olympic presentations with some other Olympians. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, there's this philosophy going around that, you know, cycling is the sport that connects all other sports. It's a really strong connector. So many people could be canoers, they could be downhill skiers, rowers, hockey players, but one thing we all have in common is the bicycle. They all ride bikes in one way, shape, or form. So it's really this idea that Gears is embracing about bringing these kinds of people together and having everybody understand in a more general public sense that the bicycle is a great connector. And through that, they're also doing a program and helping raise some money to distribute bicycles to underprivileged kids in some communities throughout the Greater Toronto area.
Great to hear. So some great programs going on over there. So also, Curt, I think recently you were just the assistant chef de mission at the Pan American Championships or Games, or tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I was honored to be invited by the Canadian Olympic Committee to lead as the assistant the Canadian team into the 2011 Pan Am Games that were last October in Guadalajara. What a fantastic opportunity. Really, we're just glorified cheerleaders, but got a real opportunity not only be there to cheer on our Canadian cycling team, as they did so well on the ground there at the Pan Am Games, but all Canadian sports. And really, you know, as a sports fan, had the opportunity to see what we're going to experience here in Toronto in 2015, and that is some unbelievable competition from the Pan American family in all sports.
That is going to be exciting here in 2015, and it's great to see the Velodrome is coming to Milton, eh?
Got a great opportunity there, of course. You know, and it's kind of one of the untold stories about what's going on with the Velodrome in Milton. Great for the sport to have a permanent four-season facility. You know, a great opportunity for us to develop the sport and help take it to that next level. Of course, everybody at Team SpiderTech is very excited about that potential of a home base, if you catch my meaning. But it's, you know, we had a huge support from the private sector. And really that support, the support that we saw for the Velodrome at that level from guys like Peter Gilligan and Tim Hockey,
yes,
is unprecedented in Canadian sport history. So to get that type of private funding involved, to get the city of Milton behind it that much, we will see nothing but an uber successful facility that will take cycling to the next level.
Yeah, no question about that. A big help to get that off the ground. So tell us a little bit about the other big news that's going on with you. You've joined Team SpiderTech presented by C10. Tell us about that.
Well, if it isn't apparent from where I'm wearing or the booth that I'm standing in now, Steve approached me prior to Christmas break in December and asked me if I'd be interested in assisting the team in a couple of ways. Most specifically, you know, his vision of taking the team to the Tour de France is an ambitious vision, but really I think one that's very, very achievable. It's you know, there's nobody in this country that's better suited to fulfill that vision than Steve, and he asked me to come along for the ride. And I'm really, really excited about that. I think that it's one of those things that is very, like I said, it's very ambitious. But you know what? I think the sport is ready. The country is primed. The opportunity is there. There's a significant fair number of corporate community here in Canada that are using cycling as the new golf. There's a great opportunity out there, I think, to engage from the grassroots all the way to the podium, and using Steve's vision as that connector of bringing the community together at all those levels. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a real big challenge. He's got to raise some big money. It is a big dream, all doable, and we're going to see, you know, you'll see me out on the street, out riding around with my SpiderTech stuff up. If anybody wants to come by and say hi and they want to ask some questions, or if they want to throw 20 in my back pocket to bring to the team, by all means, we're ready to do that.
Well, Curt, you know, it's great to see the two of you guys. You have a lot of history together, and I can't think of two better guys suited to get Canada to the Tour, and SpiderTech along with it. So thanks so much for spending time with us at the show, and we wish you all the best here.
Thanks a lot.